Chapter 3.
The messenger boy.
Caterina Medici looked at Rat-Zin, who had just entered her suite flanked by the faithfully dumbass Detlef, with mockingly shining eyes. The path to the longed-for destination was not entirely smooth for the corrector. At the barbed wire personnel entrance, the strange couple was met by heavily armed blackshirts of the International Mercenary and Samurai Service. Teutonic Hotel guests also abbreviated this special service gladly with the first letters of the last two terms. Rat-Zin and, for fun, the stupid Schlachtinger were then subjected to a routine strip search, during which even the anus was inspected for hidden weapons. Finally, Rat-Zin and his shadow passed through a bulletproof airlock, only to be met by three top-class security specialists in tailor-made suits. They subjected the unfortunate messenger to a small but intense interrogation, which, however, proceeded without the usual physical reprisals equals light torture, to which servants and couriers were otherwise subjected, since, as expected, they relied on the judgment of the highly respected Shaka Zulu. The small, ugly details may be spared the inclined reader, especially since the author is also simply too lazy to describe them in detail. In any case, the messenger was considered to be so harmless that he was given the less mentally gifted Schlachtinger as an escort. As mentioned, no further security-related inconveniences awaited our man, and the rest of the journey went off without a hitch.
They really sent me a narrow gelding there.
Sexism and arrogance were undoubtedly two flaws of the big industrial character. The third man, a well-proportioned youth, whose appearance reminded of Michelangelo's David, in the living area of the equally splendid and spacious suite, took the words of his mistress as an opportunity to let out a melodious sardonic giggle. This, however, did not arouse the pleasure of his mistress, who gave the stupid Detlef a meaningful nod, which he, of course, did not understand and returned in his idiot way. Medici let out a slightly annoyed sigh and gave the Adonis-like youth a resounding slap after she had approached him with measured steps.
Didn't I tell you to keep yourself closed until I allow you to talk? Under it also stupid laughter falls. You go now already once in the bedroom, undress and wait for me. Hop, hop, Sylvester.
The chastised fertility god, like a whipped dog, did as he was told. Catherine the Strict gave Detlef the intelligent beast a short look, which was just below the kindness with which she normally gave annoying vermin or workers in her textile and pharmaceutical factories.
Crétin.
Na, Madame, mein Name ist Detlef Schlachtinger.
Without paying any further attention to the mentally so gifted security guard, the distinguished lady finally turned to the waiting courier. Rat-Zin had analyzed the situation in the meantime and discovered with joy the ice pick, which lay lonely beside an open champagne cover and an ice cube container. To finish off the misshapen Schlachtinger with bare hands could be too time-consuming. I tell you, dude, luck is just part of the business. Otherwise, the operation went according to plan, because another Medici bad habit was their incredible pedantry, which manifested itself in the corrector's favor in a rigid daily routine and a pronounced sense of trivialities, such as the personal receipt of a potentially unimportant message.
Those toy boys, what's his name again? I've actually forgotten the name of my Italian stallion, but that's completely unimportant. But now to you, little messenger boy. What's up?
Minister Cowell humbly sends his regards.
Nazi Charlie again, want my instructions clear. Everything must be told to him, so he should finally sell the millions of doses of this gin broth.
With a skillful movement, Rat-Zin seized the ice pick and rammed it unerringly into the heart of the troll-like Schlachtinger, who died letting winds from his mouth and more southern regions. Before the Teutonic Aurochs' same security went to the ground, the contract killer already tore the ice pick from the chest of his victim and had placed himself quickly behind the completely dismayed businesswoman, holding the murder weapon to her neck.
Not a peep, madam. We're going to walk very slowly to the phone now. You will now call Wyatt Earp at the reception and tell him that I can pass alone in 5 minutes. You still need Schlachtinger for private services. No emergency password, they are well known to me, otherwise you are dead. I just want one piece of information from you. If you give it to me, I promise I'll just stun you and let you live.
Without a doubt, The worst Medici mistake researched by Ratzin was that the otherwise intelligent woman forgot her mind in stressful situations.
Okay, you bastard.
Slowly, the unwilling pair approached the phone.
Up, listen, the courier may pass, he will leave the hotel unescorted through the staff entrance in 5 minutes. I still need Schlachtinger for private services.
After the docile, taming off T-screw, Catherine ended the call. Ratzin killed her with a well-aimed stab with the ice pick, so that the big industrialist silently passed away. The corrector professionally removed his fingerprints and knowingly spared the tormented gallant in the bedchamber. He had obviously not noticed the almost silent activities and was waiting full of financial anticipation for the great love. An ideal scapegoat for a jealousy drama, by the way. Satisfied, the corrector left the completed work. Epilogue.
Do you have any other requests?
Ratzin looked at the stewardess appraisingly. Whether a round on the airplane toilet belonged to the service in the first class. If he were only 20 years younger, he would have tried his luck with the young lady for probably. Now, however, he was content to sip his fine whiskey and think about the successful job.
No thanks, very kind of you.
With a businesslike sweet smile, the rejected object of desire stepped away. What a pity. Why did the Medici have to die? She probably stood in the way of a billion-dollar deal in some way. Or her nose just didn't fit one of the really powerful people, but it didn't really matter. As expected, the official version of the tragedy was about a jealous lover who cruelly struck down the unfaithful Katerina together with her secret love, the bodyguard, unbelievable but true, Schlachtinger. The unofficial version together with the mysterious courier did not really interest anyone. If anyone was indispensable, Ratzin was overcome with a touch of megalomania. It was him, the unique and ever-successful corrector. His cell phone rudely interrupted his pleasant train of thought with a message. Puzzled, Ratzin read the last transmission.
Thank you for services rendered and farewell.
Before the plane blew up, those evil Islamist scapegoats, Ratzin realized that for the great ones of this world, anyone really was replaceable.